What's up, guys? It's Justin here with Fantasy Now Plus. We are here to talk about starts and sits for week 2 to help you with your lineups, get you through all the injuries that are going to come out in about 28 minutes. And then, of course, we're here for the bites part as well. So today we are making hot wings. And yeah, let's get right in to the show.
You're watching Bites and Insights only on Fantasy Now Plus.
And as always, I have Pudge here with me today. Pudge, how are you doing?
I am fantastic. We just rolled up out of a sleepover with the kids, and we are here. We are live, and we are drinking lots of lemonade today.
Is it just lemonade?
It is just lemonade.
Okay. I'm glad you had to add the with the kids part and not just we were at a sleepover last night. Didn't realize we were doing that in our 30s.
40s, but yeah.
40s, 30s, 40s. What's up, Charlene?
Good morning.
Yeah, so we are live here from Justin's kitchen. Back for another Bites and Insights segment where today we are making hot wings because that's what I felt like today. So that's why we're making them. If you have questions regarding starts and sit questions, be sure to questions about starts and sits. Be sure to drop them in the comments. We will answer everything that comes through as time allows. But just inundate us with questions and we will answer them. Also, just a couple of housekeeping things. Again, this is Fantasy Now Plus. We are brought to you by the Finstock Sports Network. You can find us on Finstock Sports Network Extra on YouTube. All the links are in the bio or in the description, so be sure to just click all those links, subscribe to all of them. And then if you are into DraftKings and DFS, we have a $2 contest, so you can go ahead. Who's offended? I'm offended. He's offended. Anyways, you can go ahead and we have a $2 contest today for week 2. That link is also in the description. But I think that's all the housekeeping, Pudge. Anything else you wanna plug there?
Hit that DraftKings. It's $2. It's awesome. It's fun. I mean, it will be a very fun way to spend $2.
Yeah. Last week
on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Last week we had 20 people. This week we're shooting for 40. So be sure to join it. And it should be a lot of fun. So let's get started. So I'm gonna move my camera angle here to just show you kind of what's happening in front of me here. So I went ahead and prepped these up. They need to kind of dry out. So I got these, cut them all up, dried them up, and they are kind of just sitting out right now. You can also add like salt to this, and I'll also dry it out a little bit more. And then on the side here, I have our hot oil. So that is currently getting ready to go.
Do you brine your chicken wings?
If I have time, I will. I didn't have time today. I just bought those this morning. But we're gonna make our buffalo sauce.
Ooh.
So I thought about just buying buffalo sauce, but I was like, what's the point of that? I mean, what's the point of frying chicken wings and then tossing them in a buffalo sauce? So this is chili garlic sauce. This stuff is so good.
Glad you said that because I thought that was adobo for a second. Looked like
after talking about adobo last week, it's more adobo. Just everything's adobo. And hopefully you guys can appreciate the fact that you can actually hear me this week and not across my kitchen, because Justin was smart this week and actually is using his microphone.
Speaking of buffalo sauce, go ahead. Go ahead there.
I was just going to show you. I have Red Hot, so I'm going to use probably this entire jar to be honest. In reality, so a whole jar of Frank's Red Hot. Just cause. This is gonna be way too much sauce, by the way. So it'll be fine. I'm gonna set that aside because I'm gonna probably just rinse that out later. And then I'm gonna use some whole garlic cloves. And then this is just gonna go sit on the stove and cook. Really, all I'm doing there is cooking the garlic and the sweet chili sauce to get that nice and good. Cook that into the hot sauce, and then it's going to get blended, pureed, and then add some butter to get that velvety flavor to it, and then we will be good. Speaking of Buffalo, what?
Speaking of Buffalo, how are you feeling about Dalton Kincaid today against that Jets defense that really, really allowed some tight end play?
Did they?
I think so.
Did Jonnu and Freiermuth do well last week?
Jonnu did pretty well.
Well, Jonnu's just a stud. So if you've been around here for a while, you know my fascination with Jonnu Smith. I don't know why I like him so much, but I do. Because, well, he's a great tight end. I don't know what to say more about that. As far as Dalton Kincaid, dude, we didn't trust him last week going into last week, and then he did well because, well, did he explode for 14? Like, is 14 points exploding for him? I guess maybe, but
for tight end,
I mean, the tight end position, Max scored 15.5 points last week, so it's not like it's super exploded. The tight end position last week was very mediocre at best. Yeah. Truthfully, was mediocre at best, but I don't know. Kincaid, he's supposed to be good, right? Supposed to be.
His rookie year, there's a lot of promise, and then fell off last year for sure.
Well, it's like all the tight ends. I mean, the good tight ends, you have a really good rookie year, and then you fall off. I mean, Kincaid, Laporta, like some of these guys get very touchdown dependent, and that's the way they get all their points is being really good in the red zone. And then what happens when you don't get in the red zone? Then you don't score points, and you don't become a top tier tight end. So it's not like
tough sledding.
I mean, yeah, it's not like Travis Kelce where he was tight end 1 for 10 years in a row. So and now he's starting to fall off, but he's also 35 years old. So as far as the question Kincaid, I don't know. I requested PB&J ribs on a future episode. I don't have 6 hours to do this show. We're not starting this show at 6 a.m. So
that's funny. But so hear me out. Sauce Gardner is gonna do what? He's gonna shut down Keon Coleman, right?
I mean, does he need to? Like,
I'm assuming that's what he's gonna.
I'm assuming Sauce is gonna be guarding Khalil Shakir.
No, I don't think he'll guard him out of the slot.
That's the wide receiver 1.
He is their wide receiver 1, but he runs out of the slot.
Does play the slot. So I'm just temping this oil.
So if Sauce has Keon locked up, and that defense is now missing Ed Oliver because he's in a walking boot, I think there's going to be a lot of underneath stuff that they can do there. I think the Bills and Kincaid could have another fruitful day.
You got your computer. Got my hands dirty.
What do you need to look up?
What's our rankings on Kincaid this week? What's our team rankings and everything? I'm curious where I have him because now I don't remember. That'll tell you how I feel about Kincaid this week and whether he's a starter or not.
I might have to change my rankings.
Uh-oh.
All right. So this week at tight end. Man, he's way down. Way.
Where do I have him?
Justin has him at. He's 13 overall, and you have him at 7.
Oh, dang, I have him way high. Okay.
So
Tight,
maybe you do
yes, right
believe.
on my guess then. I went very straight data analytics, and then just to change a couple things. I didn't go with my gut feelings like I normally do this week. So that's why my rankings look absolutely crazy, and I can't wait to be correct on them. But I guess start Kincaid against the Jets this week.
How are my rankings not in here?
How are your rankings not in there? Did you do your rankings this week?
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
I do them every week. None of my rankings are in here this week.
Well, seems like that was a lot. We got a question in the chat, it looks like. In the flex, half PPR, Khalil Shakir, RJ Harvey, Trey Benson, or Cooper Kupp.
Well, we just had to talk about Khalil Shakir is not going to be shadowed by Sauce Gardner.
Yeah. Cooper Kupp. Who are the Seahawks? I meant to pull up the entire schedule this week.
I do.
We will get you your answer.
Oh,
schedule.
You want to know who the Denver plays?
No, Cooper Kupp. Seahawks.
Oh, the Seahawks are playing the Steelers today at 1.
In Pittsburgh.
All right,
I would go Khalil Shakir, in my opinion.
What you don't want to do is I don't ever want to take a West Coast team that's playing at a East Coast 1:00 game and put that player in there. That is a recipe for disaster.
Not unless this is like 2018 Cooper Kupp, or the good like wide receiver 1 years. He is not the wide receiver 1 anymore. So I agree with you. I don't think I'd put him there. Justin Fields was just talking about how that Pittsburgh defense, basically they just added a bunch of like future Hall of Famers to it. And like you got Jalen Ramsey and a lot of really, really good talent. And mixed in with going the East Coast, I don't think I would start Kupp. I would be starting Khalil Shakir against the Jets.
But the worst rushing defense in the league is Carolina. Carolina is playing Arizona. Arizona has Trey Benson, but
they also have
that number 1 job is still at James Conner. So, do they get up enough where they use Trey Benson? I don't think so. So I'm going to go the exact same route that Justin did, and I will say Khalil Shakir as well. RJ Harvey has not proven himself to be a major part of the offense yet. So Trey Benson or Pacheco for Jerry.
Do we trust Trey Benson yet? Like, is he actually a thing in Arizona yet? I missed what he looked like last week.
He looked like he had some pretty good juice.
But was it resulting in fantasy points? That's the real question.
He actually played more snaps than James Conner, I believe. Pulling him up right now, and we have him.
I'm fine if he is finally going to be a thing, but I want him to actually be a thing before I trust him, because he hasn't shown that he's a thing yet. Pacheco is going to have to get involved in that Kansas City offense if they want a chance to win against the Eagles and not start the season 0-2. Because, well, who else is playing for the Chiefs right now? Nobody. They have Hollywood Brown and the ghost of the skeleton of Travis Kelce. So
exactly.
I kind of don't know that I necessarily trust him fully. So we're just update on the cooking.
So
I put a couple of wings in the fryer just to see how the oil's looking.
Last week, Trey Benson, 8 for 69, had the juice of 52 yards on one carry. So most of that came from one carry. And then he was 1 for 1 for 6 yards, one target.
Yeah, see, that's not we trust you yet. Running back.
No.
That's you got a really, really good run, and then you kind of suck the rest of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I do believe Trey Benson. I do believe that he will be a pretty good addition to this offense. He looks like he's going to be the guy there, but maybe not the first month of the season. But yeah, I'm with you too there, Charlene. Benson is a thing for sure.
If you feel like Benson, the thing that would lead me to Benson this week is Carolina, whereas Pacheco's got Philadelphia in that very, 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 very tough Philadelphia defense. So I think I would go Benson here, but know that Pacheco could really be a thing tonight.
And they do get their starting defensive tackle back.
Yes.
Because he didn't spit on a quarterback
yet
jersey.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right.
That's a big yet. So quick update here. I added some garlic, salt, and pepper, and then I also did some cornstarch to the wings that I've not fried yet. That's gonna make it really, really crispy. Give it a nice good old crust there. So that is what I just did.
Justin, you have to start one, sit one. Who do you got? You got T. Higgins or Jonathan Taylor this week?
See, T. Higgins.
And if anybody,
why did you pick the two teams I follow the most? Come on.
Because I love you like that. I knew it would be a good choice.
So we got T. Higgins versus, don't tell me, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yep.
Who I am going to assume some of the coverage is going to be Travis Hunter as the backup.
All of his 6 snaps, yes.
Yeah, so some of that. And then you got Jonathan Taylor, who apparently is not injured, and could have went back.
No injury designation. That's correct.
Against a very tough Denver defense. So I'm gonna start. I mean, the real thing here is that you're not putting Jonathan Taylor in the flex unless you have like Saquon Barkley and CMC, or Saquon and Derrick Henry. So generally, Jonathan Taylor is getting drafted to be a running back, not a flex option. So your question's already invalid because you can't start T. Higgins in the flex. But for some reason, you have 3 really good running backs because you went back to back.
Must be dynasty.
Yeah, of course. Is this a real question, or did you just ask me this question? Okay.
Yeah.
So my thing here will be that we are going to go with Jonathan Taylor.
Okay. All right. So you're taking Jonathan Taylor over T. Higgins?
Yes.
Final answer. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Jonathan Taylor.
Because T. Higgins also has to fight off Chase, Gesicki, apparently Noah Fant, Chase Brown, all of the players. T. Higgins is, in my opinion, T. Higgins is a wide receiver 1 on like 28 other teams. He didn't have a great game last week. No, you know what? This is a 12:59 change where I'm putting T. Higgins in instead of Jonathan Taylor because I'm that person.
Oh, okay.
Assuming it's PPR.
Okay. All right, we got Hunter Henry or Evan Ingram this week?
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry or Evan Ingram this week?
I'm going
No.
Hunter. Hunter against Miami. You start anybody against Miami. Hunter Henry against Miami. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Evan Ingram, who hasn't yet to show up yet this year, going against Indianapolis's defense, who had 2 interceptions last week. They got to the quarterback very often. They stopped their passing game. They stopped the running game. They stopped everything.
This
That
game
Lou
will be
Anarumo defense is much different this year.
yeah.
And those the Colts linebackers can actually drop in coverage as well. So I don't care that Evan Ingram knows the Colts very well. I'm going Hunter Henry here all day, every day. At least
I agree. I'm a big Drake May guy this week. Drake May is going to torch the Miami Dolphins. Charlene, yes. Yeah, it is. It doesn't feel good. It feels dirty when you start Hunter Henry. The only reason I may start Ingram is if you need a Hail Mary, if you need a big play, if you need more than 9 points, 10 points to win your match this week, roll with Ingram. He has the higher upside, but Henry will have probably a touchdown and 25 yards on 5 targets. This week we had a huge waiver ads with Juwan Johnson. So out of the huge waiver ads, Juwan Johnson, Harold Fannin, who are you taking?
Juwan Johnson or Harold Fannin to start this week?
Yeah, because those are the 2 biggest waiver ads for.
So we got Juwan Johnson against San Francisco.
I'll throw in Brenton Strange as well.
Oh God,
because he's playing your Cincinnati Bengals.
And then Harold Fannin is going up against Baltimore this week.
That is correct.
So if I had to pick the 2, I said in my Start Sit article to sit Harold Fannin this week, actually.
That is correct.
So that is one thing.
Correct answer. You got the correct answer there.
I think I would be starting Juwan Johnson this week.
Yeah, his usage was absolutely insane. 100% of the snaps, and had a ton.
He's always kind of been there. It's not like, oh, Juwan Johnson just stepped out of nowhere. He's always kind of been a tight end that's been a thing there, just never fully utilized. So it's not like this is a new thing. Whereas Harold Fannin, I don't want to get Isaiah Likely yet with Harold Fannin. And honestly, the same thing with Brenton Strange, where I want to see it multiple weeks in a row. I know
if you
Harold
look
Fannin
at the
got a lot of
Bengals,
targets, but
the Bengals were absolutely atrocious against the tight end last year, and it looks like they are this year. There were 16 total targets to the tight ends from
they don't have the linebackers.
Cleveland last week. And I think that might have been the game plan. They lined up in 12 personnel more last week than they ever have. They ran Fannin out of the slot, and it really became the Fannin and Njoku show real quick. But I think that it's going to be Njoku moving forward. I don't think they're going to have Fannin as involved, but keep a good watch. He's a good waiver pickup, a good stash. Don't play him this week yet.
Yeah, I don't think.
And then we have Brenton Strange going up against your Bengals, who we just mentioned are absolutely atrocious against the tight end.
I still think you go with Juwan Johnson this week.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think you go Juwan Johnson again. Brent Strange could actually be a good thing this week. I mean, they got the wide receivers that should be good, but they should also been good last week, and they weren't. So week 2, you go with what they've shown you so far. And so far, the Jaguars offense really hasn't shown me anything. I know that game was delayed in the middle of it because of a storm in Jacksonville last week. So that could change some things up, but I would still be going with Juwan Johnson this week just because nobody else in that offense is. I mean, yeah, Alvin Kamara, yes. You got Chris Olave, yeah, but who would they still go with last week? Juwan. So,
even against that 49ers defense, you're not scared of Fred Warner? Fred Warner doesn't scare you a little bit over there, sir?
I mean, a little bit.
I know an
He's
affiliate,
a
FN Plus
I know 2 of them.
teammate that are.
Oh, wait a minute. Charlene, you're a Denver Broncos fan, and they're in Indianapolis this week. Hope they lose. We should have made a bet on Tuesday's show. I don't know why we didn't. Charlene, if you're still in the chat, what's the bet today? Drop it in the comments. And the answer is not you have to wear a jersey of the Colts or I have to wear a Broncos jersey because that's not realistic. I can't get a Broncos jersey in Indianapolis in a day. We're not rich.
So Judkins, we've got this in from Sean. 10 to 15 snaps. That sounds about right.
I'm still starting Samson.
Don't expect much out of him today. I'm not starting him in any leagues, but he should be rostered.
I hope he does very poorly and Samson kills it again this week. And then just proves to the Browns that they should just be starting Samson instead.
Worthy is out. Looks good for week 3. And then Juwan Jennings is going through pregame warmups. He is going to play today. I don't think that matters. So how do you feel about Mac Jones over there taking on the Saints? I don't feel like anybody at quarterback matters.
He has some incentives
in the Shanahan offense.
If Mac Jones plays, I think it was 30% of snaps or something like that, or 25% of snaps, he'll get $100,000 for every win, but it only matters if he gets 4 wins. So if he gets 4 wins and plays those games, essentially, he will get $400,000. If he gets 10 wins, he gets $1 million. But if he only gets 3 wins, 2 wins, or 1 win, he gets nothing in incentives. So he's going to be incentivized to come out and win very early. So how he does, he needs to throw the ball to CMC. That's what he needs to be doing. So we're going to take a quick, I'm going to make some hot sauce, some buffalo sauce here. So this is in my Ninja, and all we're going to do is pulsate it, puree it. I'm going to turn down my microphone so it doesn't destroy your guys' ears. All right, so now it's pulsated or blended, whatever you want to say. And then I'm taking cold butter right out of the fridge and adding it. And this is going to be what really gives it that like buttery, velvety, bright orange color to it. Any other fantasy questions out there? We're back in cooking. Yes, we are. JRS. Every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, we will be in the kitchen cooking. Also, Pudge, it is 11:30. Any injury news out there?
I am scouring them right now. I was just looking through them while you were pureeing your little mixture there. Nothing huge yet, but we shall see.
How loud is that?
It's annoying.
It's annoying.
Yep. There you go. Active. So, right now, I don't have anybody yet. Mason Taylor active. The Jets will be ready to run with him. All right, so Tim Holsted's got a question. I'll throw it up here. Sampson, Hollywood, Fannin, or Mooney? Start 2. For me, it's going to be Sampson and Hollywood.
Yeah, I agree. Do not start Fannin this week. I know the hype is there. I know everybody wants to start Fannin this week, but I wouldn't this week because of the concerns we said earlier in the show. I would definitely go Sampson and Hollywood. Hollywood is the target in Kansas City. And that's all they got, really. And Sampson is still a PPR monster. I think they're really going to use him in the backfield catching balls. So as long as he is getting those targets, he is going to be a solid option in your flexes. So, yeah, I would start those 2. Yeah, I know, yeah. Tim. I know. Don't let him hear me say bench Fannin. It's been an article since Thursday, so he's had all the time in the world to read that and know my take on Fannin this week. Charlene and I just told everybody to go pick up Fannin on Tuesday on the waivers because he will be good. He's playing against Baltimore. It's going to be tough, and they're going to lean on the veteran Njoku more. I do believe in Fannin. I just don't believe in him this week. It's a bad matchup.
Definitely. But I just I don't see Fannin being the guy this week. I think it was schemed in last week. Just because of who they were playing, and
you don't know
both tight ends saw healthy action.
Right. And you don't know what you're going to get out of a rookie either, regardless of the position. I mean, yeah, you can do all the college game tape and all the preseason game tape, but the NFL is not showing you what they're doing in the preseason. So he had a really good game. Did I see we crushed it last week on Egbuka? Hell yeah, we crushed it on Egbuka. I have him in my top 10 this week, I think, in my rankings as well. So
I actually have Mike Evans ahead of him. That's only because I don't see him getting 2 touchdowns this game.
That's fair.
We talked about it a little bit on Friday's show. I know it's an IDP show, but we got sucked into some offensive questions. I do believe that he is awesome, and he's going to be awesome for the rest of his career, barring any catastrophic injuries. But Mike Evans is the man right now. His targets were still up there. His yards are still up there. He just didn't come down with the 2 touchdowns. And then Charlene, absolutely. I do believe that Ingram is your man over Fannin this week. I know that that feels real gross. But I'm going to give Ingram the benefit of the doubt on his 3 targets before he got injured last week and came out of the game. I believe he will be used in a manner more than Harold Fina Jr. was.
That's gross.
And that's all I have to say. I
Gross.
didn't feel good about it.
I mean,
Um,
who's in free agency there for you, Charlene? Because, I guess if you have to pick somebody, Ingram, I guess. But, all right. See, okay. I hate playing guys that are in the 4 o'clock slot when I'm very unsure about them, because it's like, okay, well, maybe I can get something out of my 4 o'clock game, and then you don't. And then you're just like, I'd rather know it at 4 o'clock if I'm going to lose or not. So I'm doing this in batches, because I don't want the oil to get cold. And if you do too many at a time, the oil will get cold. And then I'm also like par cooking them. So I have a lot of them already kind of done. And then I'm going to crank up the temperature to as high as it can go. And then I'm going to flash fry them, and then they're going to get nice and crispy. So I think we missed a question too. We crushed it with Egbuka, but full PPR start 2. Pollard, Marvin Harrison Jr., Egbuka, Tet, Pearsall, and Tracy.
Oh, yeah. Pollard. All right. Start 2. Ooh, this is tough. Pollard is definitely in there just because he's a volume play. We don't know what we're gonna.
What that was against Denver,
right? And that defense is vaunted.
Yeah.
I am going. Marvin Harrison and Pollard. Tracy, his team is just absolutely terrible. I don't like that offense. I don't want to choose anybody from that offense unless their name is Malik Neighbors. So Pollard, the floor for Pollard should be very high. And then Marvin Harrison Jr. Looks like they're going to be coming around, and they're playing New Orleans. So shouldn't be too hard of a game for him to get a touchdown and or 80 yards on 9 to 10 targets.
To me, I'm going with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Egbuka. Egbuka's got Houston on Monday night. They've got a good secondary. They've got a good play. I really trust the fact that Buccaneers offense can get him going. I know you say he's not going to get the 2 touchdowns, but Egbuka is in my top 10 this week for the wide receiver position. I really do think he can play well, even against the Texans. Those are the 2 guys I'm going to go with.
Two QB dynasty. I have 4 backups. Offered up Bowers for Herbert and Strange. Oof.
Oh, Charlene, that's gross.
2 QB
Very
dynasty.
gross. You're giving up.
Who are your backups?
Herbert and Strange.
Need to know who are your backups? Purdy went out. We got that.
Nice crackling over here.
I think Bowers gives you a edge that you can't get at any other position other than, it's 2 QBs. So yeah, that's a hefty price. But I just believe in Bowers. I'm going with Bowers there. I believe that his position and what he gives you week to week will be better than what you can stream at quarterback out of your 5 that you have left. Hopefully, you have one starter in there.
Is it required 2 QB or is it QB in a super flex? That's my real question because the super flex doesn't have to be a quarterback. You can, I mean, honestly, Bowers and McBride
Throw
are better
Bowers in there. Yeah.
than a second quarterback. But yeah, I'm curious who the backups are and is it actual 2 QB or is it super flex?
Oh, yeah. It's Cousins, Cooper Rush, Jake Browning, and Drew Lock.
Oh, so you have nobody. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I know it's
Required 2 QB. So who
No,
did
you-
play with for?
no,
I
you
guess you have to
can't.
trade for. I guess you have to trade for Herbert. That sucks. That's a big bummer. It's a significant bummer, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's tough.
Chisholm and Milrow inactive. Thank you. That's the reporting we need here. Thank you, Junior ARS.
Junior S. I love it. So I wanted to hint on, Deron Bland, the cornerback for. He's actually the nickel corner for the
Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys. Oh,
One of the most expensive nickel corners in the league.
that's true. So with Diggs still nursing his injury and only playing half the snaps, I'm really worried about their secondary. I would look for Theo Johnson and Neighbors in this game. If I'm looking at
What do you think
a
about
flyer, Wandale, he'll catch 8 targets,
That's
but
8
he'll
points.
only go for 8 yards.
That's 8.8.
Yeah, right. Hey, in a PPR league, absolutely. So, like Justin said, if you have a PPR league, Wandale Robinson is now a option. With Bland out,
If you're struggling and you're hurting and you have nobody else to start in the flex, do not start Wandale Robinson if you have other viable people. Basically, anybody that has been asked this week on who should I start all of those people over Wandale Robinson.
Yeah, if your waiver wire is decimated and you are in a pinch, play that.
All right.
And then also, if you are DFS and Theo Johnson's going to be very, very cheap. Well, that's with your butter. I see that now.
Yes, look how bright that is. It's so we can't see that part. So let's look at buffalo sauce. Now we're just gonna not flash fry these, but I cranked the temperature up on this oil, so now I'm just gonna fry all of these again to get them nice and crispy. So I let them sit to really let the juices come back together. It also brought the temperature up of them. And now that I'm adding them back, I'm sure you can hear this crackling going. I don't want to add too many of these. I don't want to bring the temperature down too much. I know they're all warm, but they've been sitting at room temperature, and going into a fryer that's 350 degrees is not necessarily the same. I'm taking parsley and I'm just going to chop this up. What'd you say?
We have surprise inactive Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston is?
Yeah.
So that means Dart might actually get the start.
Yeah.
Or not the start, but Dart's the best.
If anything happens to Russ. Yep.
That's interesting. That tells me that they trust Dart more than QB3.
Jadon Blue is also out this week, so
shocker.
Your Javonte shares are safe.
Another healthy and active, I assume.
Yes.
So he's done, is what I'm hearing. Is like he's not going to be a running back for the Dallas Cowboys.
after what Sanders did late in the game, I would
And they
believe that
still,
is
in the healthy stretch is still Jadon Blue. Yeah,
yeah.
not looking good for his career. I saw somebody.
No.
This was back in May, I think, where they drafted Jadon Blue, and somebody in their league drafted Jadon Blue in the first round. I'm like, what?
Oh,
What?
Oh,
And they're
that's-
like, and
that's
then
not
all
good.
of a sudden, well, and then all of a sudden, like, you know how in like July and August, Jadon Blue's stock just rose and became like a really big thing. I'm like, maybe that guy was onto something, and that guy was not onto something. Not at this point.
No. So we do have some other inactives. Darren Waller, Jalen Wright, Quinn Ewers, and Taj Washington for Miami. Taj Washington, not a big name. Quinn Ewers, if Tua gets hurt, then
Well,
he
they
would have
still
been in
have.
play.
Well, he's QB3. They still have Zach Wilson down there. Zach Wilson came in at the end of the Colts game.
And then Jalen Wright, who has been fighting injury, he had a couple of limited practices back. If he were in there, then that would make Ollie Gordon a questionable backup. But I don't see another reason to roster Jalen Wright anymore. He's been two inactives in a row. We got Brock Purdy out, Jordan Watkins out, Jordan James out for the 49ers. Jordan James, another healthy scratch, I believe. I don't think that he's healthy. Brock Purdy
has a finger
hoping to come
injury.
back.
Jordan James has a finger injury.
Is it?
But it's still concerning that he's still missing all this time.
Yeah. Brock Purdy is out. Obviously, we knew that. He's looking to come back next week. The toe is worse than the shoulder. Chase Young is out is the defensive end for the Saints again, as well as their starting left guard, Trevor Penning. So be careful there if you're starting any of the backfield there. We do have another question. Waddle or Walker? PPR.
Walker. Help me. Who am I not thinking of?
Running back for the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, Kenneth.
Kenneth.
I would start Kenneth, but that's me. I know he's in a split backfield right now, but Kenneth is also a lot better. I don't feel comfortable starting Jalen Waddle right now. He's injured every game. Seems like every other drive he's in the blue medical tent, which is not great. And even with Tyreek Hill not being able to perform, you would have thought Jalen Waddle would have been a thing last week, and he was absolutely not a thing last week. So I would start Kenneth Walker. He had a very bad go last week. I get that, but so did Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker has had ups and downs, but usually when he has a bad week, he follows it up with a pretty solid performance.
So looking back to
going against who they're going against,
I'm going to go back to our Cooper Kupp conversation. They did come out and say that Joey Porter Jr. is out for the game, as well as Deshaun Elliott. That makes Cooper Kupp a much more appealing play for me. I might go back. Let me see if I can bring that up. Thank you for these questions as well. That came in from Blake earlier.
Blake, if you're still
man. I might go Cooper Kupp here and Khalil Shakir instead of Benson and Shakir. So I'm gonna switch that up for you, Blake. I hope you're still watching. It'll be Cooper and Shakir with the news that Porter and Elliott are both out. Back down. Herbert or Burrow? I'm gonna go Justin Burrow here. I don't know about you, Justin.
The Chargers are playing on Monday night against the Raiders.
Did I say Justin Burrow? I meant Joe Burrow. Sorry about that.
I knew what you meant. I'm going to go Joe Burrow also. Chase is going to have a huge game today.
Yeah, they have to have a comeback game from what they had last week. I think they're going to be motivated more than normal. So I really think that that Joe is going to have a monster game this week.
Yeah. We just had a trade go down in our staff league, Pudge.
Oh, we did. Oh, come on here. They can't be doing stuff while I'm at.
I know they can't be doing stuff while we're working.
Yeah,
Not fair because I had to go look at it.
We'll talk about this on air right now. Come on.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
So for you people that are sitting on pins and needles, this trade was a 1-for-1 quarterback.
In a dynasty
Our
league.
resident 49ers fan received Mac Jones, and Joshua Kimmel, the Joshua Kimmel, received Anthony Richardson. I actually like the Josh Kimmel side better because
I like getting Anthony Richardson.
What's that?
I like getting Anthony Richardson in that trade. I would have traded him for more, but
he is donezo in that offense, but he will get a chance somewhere else. We all know this. Likely out. Keaton Mitchell out. Another healthy scratch, I believe. Let me pull that up.
I'm going to take this moment to just kind of promote one of our partners here, Underdog Fantasy. If you are a new customer, you can sign up today with the link in the description or just in general, but sign up with the promo code FN Plus. When you play your first $5, you can get a bonus $50 in funds or more future plays. So putting down $5, you get $55 essentially, which is clutch. Still trying to spend that money. I have actually increased the amount that I've won off of Underdog. So join us today with FN Plus as your code. All new customers, if you play $5, you get $50. That is going to be huge. Also, if you're into DFS as well, there's a DraftKings link for the Week 2 contest. Be sure to join that. We still need more people to join for this week. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's only $2. $2. And we all suck. So come steal all of our money. It'll be great. It's a great time. The top 2 people take away the money or go home with the money. So be sure to join that as well. Because you never know. You could just win.
Take our advice. We all knew that Dallas Goedert was going to be out. So Calcaterra had a good run last year while Goddard was out. Do you feel safe putting him in your lineup?
I don't quite yet because the Eagles actually picked up another tight end over the offseason that most people are not seeing. The former tight end one for the Indianapolis Colts, Kylen Granson's there, who is actually pretty good still too. Honestly, if I was taking Calcaterra or Granson, I'd pick Granson. But I don't know how he's going to get. I don't know how he's going to get utilized in that offense quite yet. He did play last week, and did get receptions, or at least targets. So I'm not quite right there on Calcaterra playing this week, just because I think Granson could get some of that utilization.
So
Got the first wing out.
Colts. Hey.
Nice and crispy wings.
So both Colts corners are out. Jalen Jones and Charvarius Ward.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
That's not good.
Also, starting linebacker for the Denver Broncos, Dre Greenlaw, out again this week.
Oof.
That will open up Their defense actually played very well without them. Talking about Broncos, they still stifled the run. They still did a very good job. Not too worried about that, but Jalen Jones and Charvarius Ward, that really is concerning.
That's kind of the heart of their defense.
In a Colts secondary right there, yeah.
Yeah. Next man up in Indianapolis. The best thing is that Indianapolis has never had a good secondary, so the fact that they're out. Something to note is that they do have Xavier Howard still. So they did pick him up in the offseason. So I would assume that Xavier Howard would just step right into that starting role. And he's got all-pro experience with the Miami Dolphins. So hopefully that experience does help him out there. And help out.
I do believe Jalen Jones is their nickel back, the nickel corner.
He is not. He's not? Kenny Morris.
Okay.
Kenny Moore was the highest paid nickel corner until Deron Blaine got his contract.
Okay. Yeah, Kenny Moore the second there. Yep. So they have Jonathan Edwards, and Xavier Howard are their corners today, with not much back there.
Yeah, especially since they went ahead and cut Juju Brents, their former second round pick.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, we're gonna toss these wings and we're gonna get on with the show. Drop any last minute questions. Charlene, you text me what the bet is, or we can do it on air. But I think the bet is whichever team wins, the other person on Tuesday has to say that team is just straight up better and has the best chance of winning the Super Bowl in the AFC.
Ooh.
So if the Broncos win, I have to say the Broncos are going to win the Super Bowl this year for the AFC. And if the Colts win, you have to say the Colts are going to win the Super Bowl this year in the AFC. And then I'm going to clip it, and we're going to post it all over social media and YouTube. As soon as she agrees to that. Did you say that's not a fun take?
That's not a fun take.
It's not a fun take. It's going to be brutal because we're going to get comments on that. And they're not going to know the context because we're not going to talk about this bet on Tuesday.
Oh, boy.
So people are just going to tune in like, what in the hell are they talking about? All right. So we've got some wings here. And it's noon. We got 1 hour till kickoff. We're going to start wrapping this up. As a member of this team, I do not allow that wager. If the Broncos win, send me an FN plus. Will do. Actually, I like that better. I'll send you an FN plus hat because we can't make our team seem like we're idiots. I'll send you a hat, and if the Colts win, I don't know. That's the sad part is I don't know.
Fair enough.
You have to say that Daniel Jones is the third best quarterback in the NFL.
Ooh,
not just AFC, in the NFL. Well, all the good quarterbacks are in the AFC anyway, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. Okay.
I don't know about that. I don't really agree with that statement, but that's okay.
Oh, Jared Goff, who's only won 3 games in his career without Ben Johnson or Sean McVay, is a top quarterback. Is that what you're telling me, Fudge?
I'm pretty sure that Jared Goff went to a Super Bowl
with Sean McVay, but what's he done without Sean McVay or Ben Johnson?
He went to an NFC Championship. Oh, I mean,
without Ben Johnson.
You can't just take away his all of his coaching career.
Well, he's 3-18-1 without those two, though.
But there are better quarterbacks. There's this guy. I don't know if you knew him or not, but
Oh, I'm sorry. 0-19-1 without Ben Johnson and McVay. He's never won a game. It's Ben Johnson and McVay. He's never won a game. It's pretty bad, man.
That's awful. That's awful. But that's his whole coaching career. So, I'll give the guy the benefit of the doubt. I don't know what else he has got to do. I really don't.
Win a Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, the
So
same
there's
could be
the
said about
wings.
Josh Allen.
That's fair.
He's a great date, but he never makes it to the dance. You know. He's a good-looking date. He just never makes it to the dance, and that's okay.
And there's your wings, Budge.
Those look absolutely divine. I might make wings today. I made nachos last week.
Good. They're pretty good.
I can still hear some more cooking. Is that for me later?
Yes, if you again make that 4-hour drive down to Indianapolis, and these wings in the fryer are yours. My wife is not asking me for a side, so that's going to be a quick change. You know that queso I made last week?
Yeah, you're still using it?
That's getting heated up real quick.
Oh, love it.
And now these wings are gonna get cold because she wanted a side.
What side are you making?
Queso. I got some chips too.
Please tell me they're not left over from last week.
They're not left over from last week. They're a bag. They're bag chips.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fry those up yet.
Oh man. All right. So yes, Will, you did miss all of the Harold fan propaganda. I hate to break it to you, but yeah.
If propaganda is what you call that. The anti-propaganda this week.
So one of my favorite bets this week, I don't know, we don't usually talk about bets, but is betting the under for the Chicago-Detroit game. How do you feel about that, sir?
The under for Chicago and Detroit?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. What is the over-under on that?
I'm pulling it up. 47.5.
So we're looking at 24 points each.
Yep.
I mean, they didn't hit 47.5 last week against the Vikings, did they? The Bears.
No.
And Detroit didn't do anything last week.
No.
I don't hate the under. That's going to be a really weird game with Ben Johnson coming back to Detroit. So I don't hate the under on that.
Yeah, that's my pick of the week there. Taking the under on this game because of all of the known commodities, the known Ben Johnson knows everything about the Lions, and the Lions obviously know everything about Ben Johnson. So
he knew everything about the Lions. They have an entire new coaching staff now other than Dan Campbell.
Right, but he knows how the players win. He knows how they lose. He knows their strengths and weaknesses. He could take those away pretty easy, I
the actual
believe.
Players themselves, not the play calling.
Yeah, not the playbook. Yeah. No, playbook.
He's used to coaching against that defense in practice, the players in that defense.
Absolutely. So
he knows the offensive players really well, so he can help the defensive coordinator. Yeah, no, I think it's going to be – yeah, I would agree. I think it might be a lower scoring game than most are hoping for, which will be really boring after a bad Monday night game and then for the Bears and then a very bad week 1 against the Packers for the Lions.
Yeah, and I'd also take the Bears because the Lions are favored by 4.5. So those are two very very good bets that I'm willing to make this week. If you're the betting kind, which I know you are.
Not as much, actually. I do the underdog stuff, and that's really it. I don't do a lot of everyday bets on DraftKings or anything. So,
but you would if you had a $2 DraftKings tournament going on.
DFS. I mean, I don't actually like make sports bets.
But if you knew of a $2 tournament, wouldn't you be in it?
I would, and I am. Are you in it?
Yeah, I will be.
You're not even in it right now? Oh my god.
I'm not in it right now.
Oh my god. Guys,
I have been
help.
On the move since Wednesday, and it's been absolutely crazy. Friday's show, it was good, but it could have been better because
Justin wasn't there.
I was so flustered with my kids in and out.
Oh. Gotta hate that.
Settle down, Sean. We know.
The DraftKings contest has been up since Monday. Yes. Thank you, Sean. That's what I was that's why I was giving him shit about.
Sean, I was too busy making my article for IDP. Crickets. I get it. Crickets.
No, it was good. Pudge puts out an IDP waiver article every Tuesday, so be sure to check that out.
Especially before the Thursday game. There were some guys on there for the Thursday game that I told to fade Frankie Louvu, and that was a good call. There will be information for Thursday's games in there, so just if you want to get a little insight on IDP, every Tuesday at or around 1 p.m. that'll drop.
Yeah, in the afternoon at some point. Yeah, when Justin gets to scheduling it, because I also put out a offensive player waiver article every week as well. All right, this is done, sides and all. We'll get a little shot of the plates. Woo. So you got some wings, you got some chips, you got some queso. That's ranch because blue cheese is absolutely disgusting. So, Pudge, I think that wraps it up for this week. How are there still only 4 entries? 4 entries into DraftKings? There's way more than 4 entries. You're lying, Shirley. Last night there were like 8, and I entered. That's when I did mine last night. So, yeah. So I think that's going to do it this week. Be sure to catch us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Josh will be back for his Monday show, Cold Brews and Hot Takes, to talk about Week 1 and preview Monday Night Football. Tuesday we have our Priority Waiver Wire show at noon Eastern with Charlene and I. Wednesday at noon Wednesday in general is a big day. We have our Start Sit show with Josh and I at noon, and at 8 p.m. we have our fantasy ranking report with Michael and Topher. Thursday, we have our DFS podcast that releases an episode. Friday, we have our IDP show at 6:30 p.m. With Pudge and Josh. Saturday is our Dynasty in 30 at 4 p.m. Eastern to talk about Dynasty fantasy football in 30 minutes. And then Sunday, 11 a.m., Pudge and I will be back to help you out with your lineup. Fantasy
and some cooking.
And some cooking. I don't know what next week. What do you want next week? You need a paper towel. Next week, we're going to learn how to make paper towels.
Oh, yes.
So
I'm so excited. I've always wanted to know.
Yeah. So we will see you again on our show. Be sure to subscribe drop a subscribe, drop a like button. That really does help us with the algorithm. That gets more people eyes on us, and that just really helps out the show. But guys, until next week, win your leagues, and that starts today.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.